I'm here today with Christian, the Hawaiian Punch Natividad. How are you doing today?
What's up, man? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Doing great. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm appreciate you for having me on.
So yeah, I guess the first thing to mention is you're coming off the main event win at LFA 228. Um, yeah, I guess how is the training camp and everything for that fight?
It's been really good training over at the lab. They have something special over there. Really good teammates, really good coaching, and on top of that, we all just feel like a family, so we all got each other's back. So all the camps, I've only done two camps there, and to be honest, they've been some of the best camps that I've had.
Yeah, what's it been like at the MMA Lab so far? I know you went over there last year, and I mean you're pretty much training with an assortment of who's who. UFC, PFL, every promotion of people.
Yeah, we got so many different good partners there. Lots of different looks and lots of people who are on the big stage and people that are on the cusp of it. People that you'll be hearing about, big names here in the near future.
I guess is there any one training partner that you've utilized that you find yourself utilizing particularly that's been a big help?
You know, I I wouldn't say there's one because all of them are assets to the team. All of them are assets to my career. So I got to give all of them credit, all of my teammates.
And how was that main eventing your first main event? It was in Chandler, kind of your adopted home area.
Yeah, man, it was dope. Like I've never ever headlined a card ever, as an amateur and as a pro. And for my first main event to be for the LFA, obviously super, super blessed to have that opportunity. It was dope to have pretty much my hometown crowd, behind me. And so when I walked out, just hearing the crowd scream my name and hearing all the cheers, it was definitely a good time.
Yeah, that's definitely something that only a handful of people get to experience, and then much less to do it with via. I believe all three judges had it 30-27.
Yeah, it was a pretty decisive fight. I mean, Adrian Garcia, he's pretty tough.
He's a good fighter, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's really good. He has a lot of experience. He's coming off a 20-second knockout, so he definitely um has a lot of skills, but someone had to put him out.
I Your words, not mine. Uh, I guess coming from Hawaii, was it BJ Penn or Max? How do you? I guess it's hard not to get to MMA from there.
Yeah, like it's just a part of like who we are. We all just love to fight. Growing up, I didn't really start training MMA up until when I was in college. I did do jujitsu back in high school. I wrestled back in high school a little bit in college, but prior to that, me and my friends, like things that we would do for fun is just go to the park, throw on some gloves, and spar. It's just something that we've always done.
Yeah, kind of the Hawaiian way.
Yep, yeah, we all love to scrap, but at the end of the day, it's all love.
Yeah, and so I guess nine wins, all being in LFA. There's talks about what's next. Title fight or as far as for you, what's the top priority for what you want next?
I think I'm ready for the big show, man. So UFC, it's obviously a big goal, but that's not the final goal. Want to be UFC champion at some point, but the stepping stone is getting onto that big stage, and I think I'm ready for it.
And so when you kind of look at the UFC flyweight division, how is there any particular matchup in there that excites you, or how do you think you match up against the division?
So lots of good fights, lots of good fighters in the flyweight division. I think one thing that's special about the flyweight division is all the way from the champion all the way up to the last person on the roster, all of them are studs. All of them are very, very good, very, very talented. So lots of different names that we could throw out, obviously, for me to potentially fight. But one fight that does interest me, and it's gonna interest this guy interests a lot of people because he's the current champ, but Joshua Van, he just the way he fights, he likes to stand and bang. I'm the same way I like to stand and bang, and I think throwing the two of us together in a cage, it's just gonna be a good time. It's gonna be fireworks.
Yeah, I don't remember who said this, so I can't give them credit them, but I believe someone commentator was saying Josh Van's fight style is your fighter's favorite fighter. I definitely see that in you as well.
Yeah, like I feel like him and I would just be throwing hands and someone's going out.
Yeah, and the flyweight division is, so young, and I think it's finally getting the respect it deserves as a division. I think it's long been in the last few years maybe the most exciting division.
Yeah, and when we just think about some of like the recent fights that we had in the flyweight division, like just last night we had Royval versus Kavanaugh. That fight was probably my favorite fight of the night. That one was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I believe they both walked away 100K richer with the fight of the night bonus.
They deserve it. They throw on fire, especially Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval is always fun to watch. I remember his fight with Kai Car France back in like the COVID days. I mean, Royval always just he's game, so he's always gonna have an exciting fight.
And I guess what's it like seeing him, do it on the highest stage, being the former LFA champ, I believe, only 5 or 6 years ago.
It's nice to know that I'm on the right track. Like I'm here fighting in the LFA. All nine of my professional fights have been for the LFA, and a lot of the champions in the UFC today come from the LFA. So I'm moving in the right path as far as when I'll get into the UFC. That's one thing that we're all going to figure out together.
Well, either way, thank you for coming on. Where's it best for people to find you and keep up with your fight news and keep up to date with your training camps and everything.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram. That's where I post pretty much all my stuff. I'm not really so much on Twitter anymore, but Instagram, you can find me at Christian Natividad.
Thank you, and yeah, I recommend it, and I recommend you get on early because he's coming for the belt.
I'm coming for that belt, coming for that UFC gold. That's gonna be happening in the near future.
Well, thank you so much, and I look forward to being on the journey with you as well.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.